we're back, and you know, we've decided. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were gonna talk. Sorry. What?
Do you use the stables to travel to other cities?
I do if I want to go to that general vicinity, but I don't want to go into the city.
I do it. Well, I don't do it that often, but it's really convenient. Oh,
Yeah,
gotta catch those bugs.
Yeah.
It's really convenient to just this like death dragon lord whimsically chasing fireflies.
I know. I was thinking that too. Catching butterflies
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and fucking picking flowers as he runs by.
Yeah. But
What's going on here?
yeah, what the hell?
What? Where are these assholes? Oh wait, we probably have to wait on them.
But I usually like walk all the way across Skyrim to get to towns where my next objective is. Now I take the stables.
Do you use horses?
I only use Horky horses.
Is your
No,
hard horse horses?
usually I try to get a horse.
I don't think horses are necessary, and I might use one, but I don't like to use horses because they will attack the enemies in this game, and they get in the way, and they just run up at them and nudge their heads at them, and I thought that was really lame and not any fun, so I never use horses. You don't need them anyway.
I like having a horse. I don't like it when they attack people, so I just park it like fairly far off from the direction. But I like having a horse in Skyrim.
I don't want to have to worry about the horse, and also getting up some areas on the horse is honestly a pain in the ass.
But sometimes the horse helps you traverse some terrain you normally wouldn't be able to.
I've always found a way. You should be able to like put the horse in your inventory or something.
Definitely.
That's the way it should have been.
You should have a Pokeball.
Yeah, and then you
Actually,
get
there should just be Pokemon in the game. Hey, look, a Charmander. A Charizard.
Yeah,
I guess.
Charizard. I remember as a kid, like in elementary school, it was all about getting the holographic Charizard. If you didn't have that, then you were just a bitch.
Yeah, I totally remember that too. And I had a holographic Team Rocket Charizard. Oh boy, was I hot shit.
Come on, I keep
Man,
hitting the
those
wrong.
were the times.
I hit the wrong key. Maybe that might be a record just then for hitting the wrong key in a row. Like most times ever hitting the wrong key in a row. That was fucking annoying.
But speaking of like traversing terrain, one of the shittiest parts in my opinion, like my personal complaints with Skyrim, I don't know if this is everyone's, but I think the system that shows you what your next objective is, in some cases when you're going there on foot, is fucking awful.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. And clairvoyance doesn't help. It sends you on some ridiculous convoluted path.
I've had clairvoyance send me back and forth between this like this Bastille and then back to Whiterun over and over again when my objective was way off in the distance. It's really broken and awful. And then I follow the cursor on the map, and it just keeps pointing me to the. And I'm just like, it's one thing if I'm just wandering around aimlessly. No, I'm wandering around on the side of a mountain where my character can barely walk right, and it just gets so frustrating.
You know, and so does this right here, fighting the dragons. This should have been something that was so much fun to do. They really just fucked this one up.
They just managed to make fighting dragons like where a dragon descending onto a town is like, oh great, this again. They really, fucked up something cool.
It happens too much, and fighting them is really not that fun because they can do just so much damage at once. They fly all around. They're a hard to hit target, and everybody hates that in games. You know, when a dragon, or not just a dragon, but just when an enemy is just, he's all over the place. I can't fucking get I can't get a good hit on him. No, let me think. Let me see. No, I don't. Or I would be using it. I was pretty sure I didn't have it, though.
I think he might be strong against fire, though, so maybe lightning.
It is, yeah. I'm gonna try and find some eventually.
Don't you have lightning, though?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I just saw flames there and wasn't thinking about it. It would be cool if you could do more continuous like strong spells, but just did a continuous stream instead of a bolt.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Like,
Yeah.
I would be really happy if the strongest spells were just these like beams. With the lightning, it is, but you have that ridiculous charge time where it's unreasonable.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't even do that much damage. I wish you could do some crazy beam for each of the highest end spells.
I mean, you can do those like bolt attacks, and they're cool. I completely like them, but it would be cool to be able to do a continuous stream that was just doing like a ton of fucking damage.
I don't believe it. You're lizard-born.
I don't believe it. The Argonian is the only one that makes sense to be Dragonborn. He actually seems like a half-human, half-dragon.
Yeah.
Now that's another thing that's lame about this game, is that it does the whole like I'm half some creature, half human. So many games do that, or in movies and shit. Like the half vampire is the one that's slaying the vampires and shit like that.
Yeah.
And now the
Although,
half.
I mean,
Whoa.
it's not. This isn't. You're not like You're not like a half demon. You're not Inuyasha. You've just got some like. You've just got some sort of blood.
Oh wait, you have the
trait.
soul of a dragon or something.
You've got some. You just got a bloodline trait. You just have a bloodline that lets you absorb dragon souls.
No, I'm pretty damn sure you have the soul of a dragon. And earthquake.
At the very least, we have a soul of a dragon now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I don't think that's very cool. It doesn't take me out of the game because I don't give a shit about this game's story.
Yeah. Honestly, that kind of sounds. I like the idea of having the soul of a dragon, but the way they do it isn't very interesting.
Yeah, you could do that in an interesting way. Although I still think the concept is kind of like something you think of when you're 12. Dude, you have a soul of the dragon and you use a sword called the Blade of Destruction.
But like, if you played a protagonist and your character just knew a lot, and like knew the background of all these areas, and I could dig that, dog.
Yeah, hella dog. The shadow actually changes here. This game has some of the best shadow effects I've ever seen, if not the best shadow effects I've ever seen.
Ever played Super Mario 64?
Hey, that circle underneath Mario was really impressive at the time. Look, I'm trying to see. Normally you can see like the 2 or 3 moons that Skyrim has, but I can't see it right now.
Oh man. Yeah, those times. Have you ever been walking around at night at like ruins or something like that, and you look up at the sky and it just gives you that like gorgeous view of huge planets and all this like nebula dust?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest things in Skyrim, because it takes a while for you to be able to see that. I think it has to be in a particular season.
When I played it on the 360, it was like just kind of cool. It wasn't anything special. Dude, it looks really fucking good on the PC.
Yeah.
It looks kind of incredible, and I don't use words like that very often, but it looks so fucking good. And I'm not even a faggot for landscapes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
No, yeah, I'd still stand by what I said. I think it looks gorgeous.
Faggot.
It's beautiful. But yeah, it's just such a cool. Like, I also like the seasons in this game. How it changes seasons, and it's not like rapidly. It changes seasons pretty slow. You have to play the game for a while and go outside enough to really notice. But it definitely changes the seasons in an interesting way.
I haven't really noticed the seasons changing. I've just noticed that some places are cold, like snowing, and some places aren't.
Yeah, different places will look different at different times, differently.
At different junctures. It's not prudent at this juncture, so. All right, let's have our pal Lydia follow us for a little while. What do you say?
No, she's not pretty enough.
She's not full of awesomeness and geekdom enough, but. Lydia is probably one of the most popular video game characters of the last 5 years. Or it hasn't even been 5 years since this game came out, but everybody knows Lydia because you get her as a follower so quickly. And wasn't she like all you had even used at first?
Yeah, she was pretty much all I used.
Oh, how are we gonna get to
She is
Iris?
still all I usually use anyways. Like, I can never find a follower that I really am attached to. Like, I never find one that I want to switch to, so I just use Lydia and hope and like a plan on getting a different follower.
I've used a couple. I used that dark elf chick from the College of Winterhold. She was the first follower I had, and I had her for a really long time. And I kind of liked her, but oh, where's the carriage guy? Oh, here he is. And I can't. I had some mage guy for a while, but I didn't really like him. And there's a million. I've had a couple other different ones, a couple other things that are exactly like Lydia, just a different
Yeah.
voice actor. A different voice actor, but all the same dialogue. I am sworn to carry your burdens, but they don't say it the interesting way. Like I'm sworn to carry your burdens, so there's no reason to even have them.
Yeah. Yeah. I've just heard that so many times. I am sworn to carry your burdens.
You know,
Yep.
nothing beats for me though when I played Fallout 3. You can get this slave chick, and that's what she's your slave, but she's your follower. She even has like an electric collar around her neck, but she's like really into you, and she's like when you ask to trade something, she's like you can take whatever you want, lover. And I don't think
Oh,
I've heard.
God.
I think I've heard that way more times than I've ever heard the "I'm sworn to carry your burdens," and I've heard "I'm sworn to carry your burdens" a million and one fucking time.
Well, that's probably because you kept replaying. You can take whatever you want, lover, while you're masturbating to it.
Hey, I had a girlfriend when I first played that game, actually.
Okay, virtual NPCs don't count as girlfriends.
Hey, it counted in my heart. You need to play that game though, Fallout 3.
No, when I see a bad game, I know a bad game when I see it. So.
It's for epic douchers. Who are these people?
I've been hunting and fishing in
Oh,
this
they're
park for
hunters.
years.
Wait, where's Lydia? Oh.
Oh shit! Who done it?
Not like my poaching
Let's see what you got for sale.
The yacht
For
will
sale.
take a look.
And she's like out of breath. I'm sworn to carry your burdens.
I am sworn to forget it. I don't need any. I don't know how I have like any of this stuff. Well,
Till next time.
Lydia.
Just carrying a skull.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's just that you people are horrible.
Lydia, just calm down. You know. I know this is my natural stance, but you need to calm down.
Yeah, she's just got her sword and shield out, and she's like panting, like I'm ready to go.
And they're like, hey, we worked hard to kill that.
Damn. Yeah, we worked hard to kill that, and they're coming over and bringing it back to life. Well, hey, you get to kill it again. We were routed. God damn, look at this.
What is the justification of like we can kill people who are just completely innocent outside of the walls of cities, but when we're inside it doesn't matter.
I know, seriously, what is the deal with that?
It does matter.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I really don't like that. That bothered me from day one. Tricky Wizard's elk.
Make them you should make it look like the elk killed them.
Oh, the elk just turned to dust.
Oh. It's gonna be tough now.
See, look, I've got my underwear zombie.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I bring them back from the dead, and so I can fuck them while they're still technically dead. So I can still get into it, but they're also like, they're responding to what's happening.
Yeah.
Come on, Lydia, give me a hand here.
What's attacking you?
I started attacking my zombie, so she started
okay.
attacking me. Can you see?
Yeah. What is our quest?
Oh, to go to the Greybeards. I ended up getting distracted.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Bring her back too. I'll have two gal followers for a little while.
Yeah, just take her. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, you got a train. You got a plane to catch there? A train to catch?
A dragon.
You got a
motherfucker.
dragon to catch?
My dragon's name is Shadow Wolf.
What was like the lamest like name for a warrior that you thought of when you were younger that you thought was really cool, but as you've gotten older, you're like, God, that was just fucking gay.
I think it was this I was really into Inuyasha, and I was making my own Yu-Gi-Oh cards out of 3x5 cards cut in half. And I drew this guy with the sword, and it looked fucking awful as hell, but I was really proud of it. And I wanted him to have a name sort of like Sesshomaru, and like some of the characters I saw in Inuyasha, and his name was like Jitsu Maki Choru. It's like something fucking gay as hell. Like, I thought it sounded so cool. I thought I came up with the perfect... Like, I thought about what the name was gonna be and how it should sound cool for like days, and then it ended up being like Jitsu Mashiguro or something like that.
Jitsu?
Yeah, I think it started with Jitsu.
Jitsu.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jeet Kune Do.
But that's the most fond memory I have of some stupid name I came up with.
Oh. I'm trying to think of mine.
Jesus, dude, your character is weak as hell.
Yeah, do you remember how weak you are when you first start out?
I'm usually not this weak.
You're probably wearing more armor than I am.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to put the perk into. I don't remember my other character being this weak, my main character.
Yeah, we've got to get some enchanted weapon or enchanted armor fairly soon, but it is nice to have a challenge, so maybe not anytime so soon.
I've got my follower, which I remember I was really weak when I first started out with my other character, not having any armor, and I remember I didn't want to keep doing magic because magic when you first start out is super weak.
Yeah.
That's why
I think magic's strong when you first start out.
Well, it's not like it's super weak, but you're not that strong.
I think magic is honestly strongest when you start out and then when you end the game. I think in the middle it really shows that it's not that strong. It takes a while. Like, you have to grind magic pretty early to get it to a good point.
I disagree, honestly. Well, at least I've not had the same experience.
Well, I had that destruction magic character that I played for so long.
Well, yeah, I've been using this destruction magic character for like 30...
Okay, well, remember who's asking who for tips.
Okay. Yeah, tips for how to fucking cheese it with enchanting.
Yeah, because I was the pro destruction user.
Well, I
guess our experience is just varied.
My first character was all destruction magic at first, and I remember him being pretty damn powerful throughout the entire game. I remember I stopped using magic because it was too powerful, and it started out too powerful. But for some reason, other characters I've done when I first start out with magic, it doesn't feel that strong to me. But this character, he's actually doing plenty of damage. He's just taking so much damage.
Yeah.
And I think the reason I was thinking that magic is weak is because you normally wear robes and shit for the good enchantments, and it makes you seem like you're really weak because you're using magic, but you're just not wearing armor, but you're still doing plenty of damage.
Yeah. When I consider magic and how strong it is, the reason why I think it's strong early on...
Come to me, my animal friend.
The reason why I think it's strong early on... Are we heading to the destination?
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I think it's strong early on is because fire can kill all of the low-level caves that you're going to go into. It just drains the Draugrs, and all of the bandits are weak to fire. So if you're a destruction magic, you can just destroy anyone with fire early on. But later on, it stops getting as strong because the fights drag on and your damage output doesn't last. It doesn't go as far. So you can't like rely on magic. You have to do a bit of the like run away and come back after it's regenerated and use potions and stuff like that. But way later on, you can get those enchantments that make you have infinite magic, just where you don't have to spend any. And that's why I think it goes from difficult to harder, and then easy with magic to a little bit harder and then to back to easy. Although your damage in the end still isn't really high, but you've just got this ability to spam it, so it doesn't matter.
Your damage is good. I mean, you're probably doing stronger than you would do with a sword. Unless you have some crazy enchanted sword.
I compared it with my character that I broke the game with. Magic isn't nearly as strong as weapons late game. Like, I would kill things in 2 hits or 2 or 3 hits with daggers. And then with magic, it would take like 5 or 6 hits. But it was still cheaper with magic because I could spam it. And magic has those effects where it like knocks them back.
And magic... Well, you know what? That's balanced. You know what? That actually... I like that better than Dark Souls in that regard because... They make magic, you can spam it and you can do all this crazy shit with it, but it's not quite as strong. However, it does have benefits like knocking enemies back and stunning them. So what?
I thought you were finished your thought, but
Never.
I don't like that this game lets you have infinite magic. I think it really cheapens the experience, and I wish that glitch wasn't included, or that the magic, because I like feeling like when I'm using the magic and the mana depletes, like I'm really doing something, but I found that if I didn't have the infinite magic, it really just, I couldn't find a happy medium for it regenerating and everything, so I just ended up settling on having destruction spells cost 0 and having infinite magic. But
other spells still cost things, and I with the character I have, I use like 3 different schools of magic. So
me too. I was using healing as well.
I use healing and conjuration all the time.
Yeah, that seems like it could be a lot more fun. Like
it is. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, if destruction magic costs nothing but conjuration magic does, and healing does, then that could be more fun. But if you just want to do a destruction character, and of course you have healing along with that, then it's not as fun.
I agree. It's better to have something else on top of it. And normally, I would completely agree that being able to have infinite magic is super fucking lame and just ruins the game. But I played the game so many fucking times, and it takes you so long to get up to that point if you do it.
Yeah, it does.
That it doesn't really matter, and then it's just fun. Especially
I stopped having, well, it was still fun because it's like you know, I'm playing, having fun with the game, but I wish that my magic did more damage and I didn't have to spam it. I don't like having to spam magic to kill enemies. I like being able to do 2 or 3 hits with magic, but I have to conserve my mana. Like my mana is like, you know, some precious source.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. I pretty much completely agree, but this game has some sort of like car plunge or something to other games where things that would normally, like, I'd be like, okay, this makes the game suck. I can forgive Skyrim for some reason, although I still have like a ton of complaints about it.
Yeah, I like this path leading up to High Hrothgar.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Although it goes on a little long in my opinion, but you know that's it works.
Yeah.
I like that it's so high up, and you only have to climb it once, but you end up climbing it. I've climbed this thing a million times because I've done like 5 different characters. So
I like how long it is. When I judge things, I judge it off of my first playthrough, and I really liked making this journey. Like I really helped get into the character, and like, you know, I'm some, like, you know, dragonborn, and this is, you know, it's like a pilgrimage. It pretty much is a pilgrimage.
It is, yeah. You know, I agree. The first time through, this is really cool, but I've just done it so many times that it's lost a lot of its pizzazz. It's still a cool part of the game.
For Let's Plays, and when I talk about games, as far as like judging them, and this is especially important with games like Dark Souls, which I've played so many times, but I really try and keep in mind, like, the most important sort of impression that a game can leave on you is through your first playthrough, in my opinion. The
Yeah, I
replayability
completely
is an
agree.
important part of the game, but the first impression is the most important impression to me.
I know, like especially when you're going on a date with a girl, you know, it's all about that first impression.
Absolutely.
Now,
Like if
first impressions are important just in general,
yeah.
and
Also, it's just like I care more about my first playthrough than I will almost any other playthrough of a game.
your first playthrough
Yeah.
is
It's when you
normally
get to
the
see
best.
everything new.
Yeah, like, cause this my first time through, I totally like everything about this game. My first time through, I completely like. This game was, I had nothing but positive things to say about it at first.
I was actually, it's funny, I was sort of the opposite where I liked the game, but I kind of, it detracted from the game because of a couple of different reasons.
What were some of those reasons?
Well, I've mentioned them before, but I wanted to do more with the perk
Oh yeah,
customization, and the level cap kind of discouraged me. And then finding out that the PS3 version had that, like I was afraid my file was going to get big from playing this stuff.
Okay.